Hi families, it's Miss Bingham. I am looking at the paper packet that the district has provided. It is a lot, so I decided to make a video that everybody should have access to kind of explain some things. So this word work here, that will be on a page down here. I'll go over it. All right, let's see here. Sorry, I'm just kind of going through this with you. Let's flip this around so you can see it. So this is the high frequency spelling list. I actually have a video that I have created that goes along with this, and I can post this on Dojo so that everybody has access to it. If you have your phone that your child could look at just to watch the video real quick. It's not very long. I just go over the words, and then I actually trace the words with the kids on this page right here. So I will post that. This sentence scramble, we don't typically do in class. So the kids are not necessarily super familiar with it. However, you are more than welcome to use this. Just help the student or your student read it and ask them, does it make sense? Like if you put Paris house is listen, does that make sense? No, let's try it again. This is going to be a lot of you helping them with some things. This here is vocabulary sentences. Again, we don't typically do this in class. However, if you help them, they should be able to do it. So obviously you cut out these words here. These are all the vocabulary words that we already went over. I think that I'm going to make a video of maybe this too, so that I can upload it for everybody to see and use as a guide. It won't look exactly like the cut and paste, but it will look similar. What do you hear? What do you see? Same thing as a cut and paste. They should be able to do this fairly independently after they cut the pages or the pieces out, because we go over hearing, listening ears and looking eyes. So these are all different kinds of senses that you could either play a clip for them of, a bird, do you see, do you want them to see it or do you want them to hear it? Or this could be I feel like this would be a fun scavenger hunt kind of game. See if they can find this kind of stuff around the house and ask them if they could see it or if they can hear it. That would be a fun activity to do with this. Here is the book for, I think ULS, our curriculum uses a main book a month. It has 2. So this one I believe is just for this week. I have not looked at week 2 yet. I will make another video similar to this if you find it helpful for week 2. So this is What Does Paris Hear? I have a link, a YouTube video of me reading this book and asking some questions for students. So if you have access to a printer, you could print this out and they can follow along, or you could just let them watch the video that I uploaded. You don't have to be connected to Teams for this. I'll upload it or post the YouTube video on Dojo, and you can just click the link and have them watch it from there. If you don't have access whatsoever, you can always just print this, or not print, I'm sorry, they're giving it to you. Just read it with your child. It is one of the higher level books in this curriculum. And then there should be, this is a communication board. So while you're reading it, and if you ask questions, they can use this to indicate their response. So if you say, what made the buzz buzz sound, they can tap B, and then that way you know that they have they've comprehended some of the questions. They don't have the comprehension questions in this, which is fine. I do have a comprehension video that I can post if you would like to go through that with your student. Let's turn this around. This is math. Number sense counting to 10 and 20 edition. We are not at 20 edition. We're barely at to 10 edition. We really are in the number sense area across the board. If you feel ambitious and would like to go up to 20, by all means, go ahead and do so. I am going to post a YouTube video of this as well. I'll do an example of it. I'll go over it a couple of times. This is just more or less, like who has more, who has less. This is just counting. Oh no, this is also more or less, I'm sorry. This is just counting. So they can just count the number and then circle the answer. Same thing for this. So here's the addition part. I am probably also going to make a YouTube video of going over this because, like I said, we don't typically do a lot of this on paper. We do a lot of this like verbally and with like counting cubes and things like that. So I will make an example of how to go over this with your student. Same thing for this. This experiment, if you have all of this stuff, I don't know who has a sheet of felt at home. Maybe some crafters do. I don't have a sheet of felt at home, so I can't really make a video of me giving an example of this. But, or I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be, it doesn't have to be felt. It just says which material will block the most light. So something that's dark that will block light. And you could do this. It's a fun little experiment. They can just verbally make a guess, or gesturally, they can just point to, oh, I think that the dryer sheet will block the most light, and they can just point to it. That would be fine. Or circle it on here. That's fine too. This is another math. Again, I will make an example of this. Same here. This is adding to 20 vertically. I suggest not doing these 2 pages unless you present them to your student and they seem to have it. Sure, go for it. But overall, I would say just don't do these 2 pages. Do an experiment. Dim the light at your house. If you have a flashlight, shine it on the wall. Oh, this is how to do the experiment. I don't know why they wouldn't upload that with the other page. That's right there. Okay. And then you can circle and they can indicate, and then you can help them circle their answers or whatnot. This all the grades that I am going to be collecting will be based on participation and our contact, like through Dojo, or if we get to talk on the phone. I do have access to checking my school voicemail. So if you need to give that a call, I can check it and I can give you a call back. It will be from a restricted number, just out of respect for my privacy of my own personal phone number. I'm looking into setting up a Google Voice number, so that would auto-populate just a random number. I have not done that yet. So yes, this is the packet that is for week 1. Here's another adding to 20 horizontal. If you set this in front of your child and they're going for it, sure, but I will count it as participation grades if they do not do these 2 pages as well. Same with these ones. These are also counting to 20. So out of the whole thing, there's about 6 pages that I really don't expect students to turn in. Everything else, these sentences should be fine. So yeah, those 6